Hello, Miss. My name is Chau Fatimah, ID student SUKD1902342. Today, I will talk about media review for movie Gone Girl. Um, this is my media tab is film. Gone Girl is directed by David Fincher, screenplay by the story based on the novel Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. The movie is about 2 hours, 29 minutes. That is distributed by 20th Century Fox. First released on September 26, 2014 at New York Festival and October 3rd, 2014 on United States. The plot of this movie is famous. Amy is famous while she's still a child because she inspired her parents' best-selling Amazing Amy Children book series. On the 5th wedding anniversary of her and she and her husband, Nick Dunn returned home to find Amy gone. Amy had created a long-running diary that's as factual but developed into fabricated account of domestic violence and her growing fear of Nick. Amy does this thing to revenge Nick for his cheating on her. This is the feedback of expert and public on the first is on the tomato rotten and the second one is from Metacritic. You can see it is have the good feedback from including on the critic side and on Tomato Meter and the audience score. Next slide is why I choose this movie to review, because Gone Girl is not only a psychological game that draws viewer to the last time. It is not only a tragic comedy about marriage, but also raises very contemplative question about the media and its roles in today's society, the power of media. In Gone Girl, the media itself is a character. It has considerable discretion to guide the thoughts and perception of its audience and to make its own judgment of right or wrong, guilty or innocent. Right from the beginning, the film cleverly encourage the viewer to ask the question of whose story is this, and by the end of the movie, the many different answers that can be given away, none of them really satisfy us, because it's hard to tell who is telling the real story, Nick, Amy, or the media. Firstly, the media in this movie has the power to influence particularly every character in this film. When Amy went missing on her 5th wedding anniversary, Nick would be the first person to be suspect. Then Amy authenticated her disappearance. She knew her unexpected absence would be blamed on her husband, and it all works out because Amy's parents were suspicious of Nick since they assumed he had murdered had murdered Amy and also Nick twin sister Margot thought like that too, but the problem of Nick began when a news conference concerning Amy's abduction drew with the spread media attention because Nick smiles likely to enable reporter to take a shot next to Amy portrait. By Nick's smile, the media speculated about Amy's disappearance. The media questioned his emotionlessness and his lack of knowledge of his wife's lies. And when Amy absent has more info, the media will promptly analyze and interpret to make everyone have plenty of accusation that Nick killed his wife. And despite the lack of proof, the media continued to think Nick murdered his wife. The media scrutiny and condemnation turned Nick's life and those around him upside down. The inquisitive public and media persuade Nick. The media also make Nick a reluctant main character for a reality TV program that may add more detail, rumor to make the show more exciting for the public. However, at the end of the movie, while Nick and Amy both bear the repercussion of their conduct, but the media was exonerated. It bears no responsibility for such unfold charges. When Ellen Abbott went to interview Nick, Amy family at the end of the movie, went to interview Nick and Amy. Nick questioned Ellen about her unfound claims for him, but Ellen only said, "I go what the story goes," with no regrets. The media power is so tremendous that no one can blame them. In this case, I will talk about agenda setting theory applied on this. Audience naturally assume that the most significant news and information come from a news report that receives more attention and consideration than others, according to what people believe and how influential the media is. The media selects which story get the most airtime and which get the least. The media provide the most significant information, depicts the most pressing social issue, and reflects the thoughts and feeling of the general population. Agenda setting theory has level, but I would like to tell more level 2 because it's suitable for this movie. Second level, the media second level focus on how people should think about the topics. Thus, sensationalizing news items may pique the audience attention. In truth, the media seeks to capture attention and it's still significant concern in people's minds. That's why certain topics get viral. Moreover, the framing on this theory, framing is a control procedure. The way news material is normally shaped and contextualized, and a comparable frame of reference is adopted by the audience. It is how people value the news and understand the context in which it is seen. Framing is how individuals value particular news. The media presents news in the unique way. Moreover, Gone Girl creates distrust of love and marriage for viewer. Movie can make people who are single or that think couple-mates do not want to get married. As for those who are married, they may doubt their loyalty to their partner. This can explain by cultivation theory. Watching television leads to the love concept of reality, attitude, and assumption about life that reflect that the most consistent or universal ideas portrayed on TV. People who watch more television are more impacted by what they see that those who watch less yet share other demographic checks. The effect is so strong that their worldview and perception begin to match what they experience. According to hypothesis, the media typically portrays a world that is not reality. Television picture a fiction or exaggeration of reality. As a result, individual winds up seeing the real world through a skilled lens. So that's why it can be explained why the audience standpoint for this thing. They will think the marriage is a ray of love. Love is deception in the fact it's the media power and the power of media manipulates everything. But in my opinion, it's made remarkable how Flynn and Fincher made the media as a character in this film, making it both relevant and timeless. Later, Margot opens her computer and informs Nick that they adore him, an apparent hint to social media side that are luckily not named. While other types of media are mentioned briefly, television is the main focus of Nick's public trial. For being a reluctant participant in a story generated and produced by a team of the individuals working in TV news, Amy Dunn abduction, suspect murder, and Nick Dunn's apparent guilt become one of TV top series. In conclusion, what Gone Girl, many people think Gone Girl is some like a trash, but however, I think what makes Gone Girl become amazing garbage is how perfectly it reflects our culture's need for a well-crafted tale in the wake of high-profile incidents. Journalists and TV news producer build a public narrative that reflects this mood, based on a series of presumptions. We came up with this narrative. In the end, it's impossible to know everything about someone you never met, as Gone Girl demonstrates. This is the end of my presentation. Thank you.